song about a Kentuckian named Bill Monroe, who I had the great honor to get to know him well in the last couple of years of his life. He'd call me up on Tuesday nights and he'd say, "You need to come out Tuesday night," he said, "we're going to turn the dogs loose and run the fox." And I would go out there expecting to see about 20 or 30 people, and it would just be him and I. And he'd poke up the fire and tell me about the old days, and he'd tell me about how he was a little boy and he was cross-eyed and his brothers used to make fun of him and what a hard time he had growing up back in Rosine, Kentucky. Said when he was a kid, he used to get down in that big bottom down below Rosine, Kentucky, where the railroad track runs real straight and the high timber is over on the other side of the river, and he said the acoustics were real good. And he said the old veterans would be coming back from World War I, and they'd be walking along the railroad track, and every once in a while, one of them would think he's all alone, and he'd rear back his head, and he'd holler, "Whee!" Just kind of see what it sounded like. And then he'd wait till he made sure he was all by himself, and then he'd try it. And he said he'd always figured that's where his singing style came from. Then he said his brothers and his uncle used to play music. His Uncle Penn, who I understand is originally from around here, Bardstown, and later moved to Rosine. He said that he used to hide under the porch and listen to Uncle Penn play the fiddle. Oh, the cross-eyed child is left alone, alone with his lonesome eyes, while older brothers ride away in boots and clothes so fine. He walks the hills and the railroad tracks, singing in a voice so wild, a voice so high to freeze your heart like the heart of the cross-eyed child. Behind the house, behind the barn, behind the white oak tree, underneath the old back porch where he may not be seen, he hides that they not laugh at him as they go riding by, and know the tears that makes the pain in the heart of the cross-eyed child. It's a doctor's office one day. An elderly woman was sitting across from me on the couch, and she was looking at me and trying to look away. And directly she says, "I know who you are." She says, "You're that crazy guy on television with the derby who plays the fiddle." I said, "Yeah, please don't hold that against me." She said, "I won't," but she said, "My daddy was a grandfather of bluegrass music. He played the banjo with Uncle Penn." And she said, "I knew Bill Monroe when he was a little boy, and he used to hide under the porch and listen to those old fiddle tunes." And she says, "I'd get me a pack of chewing gum, and I'd go in and lure him out and make him take me upstairs and dance with me." Back inside the darkness there, he hears the fiddle tune. She takes his hand and pulls him out and leads him into the room where uncles play and brothers drink and sisters dance in the style, where no drop will stain his determined lips, the vow of the cross-eyed child. He wills himself to persevere, as strong he upward grows. They come to match him fist and note, as on their way they go. He does what he does the best he can, Some say it is his style, but they can't see old Kentucky in the heart of the cross-eyed child. Still proving himself to people gone, his pride must have its way. They're long since down in the churchyard ground in the town so far away. He sings his song to the midnight sky, away along the radio dial, and around the world to hear the blues in the heart of the cross-eyed child. He sings his song to the midnight sky, away along the radio dial, and around the world to hear the blues in the heart of the cross-eyed child. And no one grins, they all chime in just to sing with the cross-eyed child. No one grins, we all chime in just to pick with the cross-eyed child. No one smiles, they're a study in the style just to pick it with a cross-eyed child. Thank you very much. Once again, Mike Compton on the mandolin, Mark Schatz on the bass, Chris Sharp on the guitar. Thank you very much. The old bald spot on top of the head.